Hi everyone, my name is Alina.
Hi, my name is Evelyn.
Hi, my name is Ruby.
And today we'll be talking about the physics behind this holographic art piece titled Making Faces by the artist Bruce Nauman. He was an artist who loved working with sculptures, neon lighting, and photography. In the early 1970s, Nauman was the first artist to use holography as its own established art medium. And he studied physics and mathematics in college.
What? So how is he an artist? Shouldn't he be like an engineer or something?
Well, he combined his STEM knowledge to create amazing art like this. Nauman incorporates physics themes into his artwork by highlighting sculptures and pictures of animals and human body parts using light. I'm sure you're wondering what a hologram even is. It's sort of like a picture in 3D, but it's without 3D glasses. You've probably seen an example in Star Wars before.
The hologram by Bruce is created by using a laser as its light source.
How is a laser different from using a less harmful light? Then he wouldn't have had to close his eyes to avoid going blind.
This is because a laser produces a very narrow and precise beam of light. The light waves in a laser all match up, which is why it is very precise, and the beam doesn't spread out like a typical flashlight. If you look at this artwork closely, you will see the green laser light hitting the glass board precisely, showing the face of a human sculpture clearly. So how did Bruce Nauman make the hologram?
Well, the laser beam is reflected off a mirror and through a window in the box, which is then directed at the image on the plate. The light shines through the plate, which is like a really high-definition photographic film. This is where pictures of Nauman's face are recorded.
But how is his image even on the plate?
Well, using the process of manipulating a laser beam through mirrors and lenses, Nauman shined a laser on his face to create a holographic image. The single laser beam, so this diagram sort of shows the process of making the holographic plate where his face is shown. So shining a single laser beam through a lens, it splits into two different beams. One beam is reflected off a mirror and then directed at the holographic plate, and the other beam is reflected off of Nauman's face, and these two beams sort of interfere and create this pattern that is recorded onto the holographic plate. And this interference pattern of the light waves is sort of similar to when you drop two pebbles into a lake and it creates a ripple effect. And when the ripples overlap, that is very similar to the interference region that's happening here.
So a laser is a super important element of creating this art piece. It's sort of the entire reason that the images that are holograms seem more real life, because it's actually it feels like his face is actually floating in the room. So it's a real image which is formed when light rays reflect off a mirror and converge, which is very similar to a projector when a projector is on a computer screen. But a virtual image is actually it's very different. It's more like when you see yourself in a reflection of a mirror, because it's actually an inverted image of yourself rather than how others perceive you.
So why is he making those creepy faces? Well, he really liked the idea of manipulating his face similar to a performance. He thought that when pieces were performed through bending or leaning, it carried more of an emotional impact. I think that the element of light in this art makes it feel even more alive. Nauman plays around with a lot of bending and shaping of not just his face, but with light.
Using his knowledge of physics, he pushes the bounds of artistic medium. Nauman creates art that changes our perception of how we can see the pictures. Sure, you can print a picture of yourself, or you can make one that looks like a real person is actually in the room with you. For the artwork, Making Faces, using holography and vivid facial expressions, Nauman challenges the art style prominent back in the late 1960s, mostly minimalist and pop art, by making uncomfortable connections between psychological and physiological nature.
Nauman's artwork is low-key disturbing when you look at it, but it's actually really striking and amazing to see.
It's also like his ghost is with us in the gallery.
We hope you learn more about how holograms are created and the intersections between the art and physics. Thank you.